It went as expected, didn't it, Troy, in that second half?
Exactly how Grella called it, 2-0. Obviously, you copied him because you can't have a voice for yourself. But all in all, it was a great game. Morocco, I think, have way more questions now to answer. They went away from their style. Their front-footed aggressiveness was all gone. Tried to survive, and then weirdly, very early in the second half, thought, oh, let's have a go for 5 minutes. And then in that 5 minutes, France just showed you why they're so many levels above everybody else, in our opinion, because very quickly getting turned, running at the back line, and then the quality that they have with Mbappe, the finish, we'll get into it a little bit later, is sublime. Once they're 1-0 up, Morocco in this weird place of, do we go again? Do we try and damage the reputation? Weirdly did nothing. Second goal, and at that point, game over. France started rotating. It was a wonderful, wonderful performance, and scary one for the rest. When you go first, you want to lay a little marker down to the rest of the World Cup. Everyone in their hotel rooms watching that going, uh-oh, how do we stop that? So it's really, really good for me. Really
Especially considering, like you said, they weren't even at their best. Kylian Mbappe missed a penalty in the first half, Nige, then he made up for it in the second half as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's why coming into this World Cup, I've always heavily favoured France and just said that they've just got so much talent in there. They just find a way to do it. You know, there's not been one team yet so far to make them uncomfortable defensively for a long period of time. They're so sure of themselves, whether it's defending without the ball, and then even with the ball, how they control the tempo of the game, and obviously attacking-wise, the creativity that they have with those players up top there. So for me, I just don't think anyone can match them. You need to match all those players when it comes to physicality, dynamism, and also the technical ability. They've got everything, and it's a good performance. You know, you can't even criticise them about anything. I think, if anything, from Morocco's perspective, I think they didn't give a real account of themselves. And like Troy said, we've seen them play front foot attacking, but it's just a performance that kind of follows on from their last performance against Canada, where they weren't great, but they got the job done. But then you think now, we play in France, at least if you're going to go out where you could say, you know what, we put in a performance, we gave it a go. But now they're going out. We're not only just saying that France were the more dominant and better side, but we're going out questioning to say Morocco now didn't actually put a performance in. They didn't really give
There was nothing to take away from it, was there?
There's nothing to take away from it. It's worse when you go out like that.
With the Canada game, you go, OK, we knew Canada were going to be up for it, very high emotion. So they managed the game really well, hit them on the counter-attack. So you go, OK, we did that. Today, it's like we didn't really defend great because we just threw loads of bodies back. We didn't attack well as a team. We didn't play through the line. Like, there's not a thing you take from that and go, OK, that's what we're going to build on, other than our goalie was sensational. So, yeah, for Morocco, a little bit of a step back, and also potentially some questions on the young coach as well, because
it's going to be on him.
He kind of came across like he was so inferior to France. Like, before that even started, it was like kind of a Jesse Marsh, we're lucky to be here, this is a free hit, where that's not what Morocco have been building for over the last 15 years.
What about Kylian Mbappe then, Grella? Because he obviously scored the winning goal now. We've talked about him breaking records to even get to this point. The numbers are pretty incredible, aren't they? Now he has the most of outright any player in history, with goal number 8 in the World Cup so far. 20 all-time appearances as well, and 12 World Cup knockout goals. That's the first of anybody.
Don't know if you can read, it says tied first. Just
what, at the bottom?
D1.
No, I'm looking at the bottom. 12 World Cup knockout goals all time, ranked number 1.
Remember, you can't get any better, Greg.
You're right.
Put your glasses on, Troy. Have a look.
Remember, you can't get any better. Just remember.
90 minutes is too long. They got to shorten the game if they want to be able to stop him. I think if you play 90 minutes against him, it's impossible, because he can beat you with the pace, he can beat you with the finishing, he can beat you on the dribble, he can beat you with the running behind, he can beat you in a million different ways. The goal also, we've seen the swervers, right? We see the balls that come from that angle that go, this one went like this.
A knuckleball, wasn't it? Yeah.
New one. I mean, how do you, 90 minutes is too long. You think you're close, you're not close enough. You're touching him, you're grabbing him, he can spin you. I don't know how overnight. And by the way, if you figure out that Rubik's Cube, and then Dembele is there on the other side, figure out that Rubik's Cube, Doue is on the other side.
So do you think it's not really even on Morocco today? They did what they could, but any team Morocco, that's not the top 3 is going to lose to this French side.
Yes, yeah. Morocco for me, yeah, I know. They didn't do anything positive today. But France, people who watch France and Spain, they probably come away from the game and say, wow, that's a pretty boring game, you know? It's because they're so good. They know exactly what's going to happen before it's going to happen. They have an answer for every single phase of play.
The last 15 minutes, they just enjoyed.
They
didn't even try to score.
Yeah.
They just enjoyed
They
it.
didn't even step on the gas.
Yeah, it looked at
France
half
didn't even step on the
capacity,
gas.
didn't
But
it?
that also plays a part because of how Morocco approached the game. That's the thing.
But at half-time, you gave Morocco credit, Nigel, and said they've done what they can so far.
I'm fine with it. Listen, I've got no problem, like I said, when you want to be defensive, no problem. You always have to have a counterpunch. You can be organised defensively, but you have to show some kind of intentions to want to score a goal or to cause problems for the opposition, because the more you defend, and when you play top teams and you don't have the ball, as soon as you win it, guess what happens? You give it away. You give it away. So you can't get a rhythm.
Becomes one-way
You
traffic.
can't get a rhythm, and that's the thing. So you've got to make an effort to try and get forward and score a goal.
The one team that frustrated France, if you want to go back to it, is what is that?
That tickled me, sorry.
Mbappe, lucky Harry Maguire isn't in the England squad.
If they face in the final, right? England and France still got a while to go before that matchup happens. But Senegal is the only team that I remember in the first half of the first game frustrated France. And the way they did it was they didn't sit in. They actually attacked and put pressure and made the game physical, and they used speed, and Sarr was pretty good. Actually could have been up 1-0 in the first half. So I think, as good as they are, you can't let them start to get comfortable and pin you in. Because once they pin you in, then it's just a long 90 minutes.
What about Mbappe's goal as well? Troy, you want to highlight that 60 minutes in?
Yeah, I think it was the finish was fantastic, but you don't really see most people like the untrained eyes using the defender as your like measuring stick to how this is going to go. So as you can see here, he shoots here. But one thing I do want to show you, Grell, there was actually a body in the way. Look, we got a little smurf today just to drive Grella completely over the edge. But just using the body of the player just to bend it around. And as you say, it didn't go round. This time it went up and down, which was it's a fantastic finish. The knuckleball finish is fantastic, and no chance for the goalkeeper. Thank you very much for the guys in the back there putting Smurfs on.
But then, Troy, you've also got to tell the viewers why he used the defender as a wall, as to bend it around.
So basically, as well,
Looks a bit like your outfit, by the way, Troy.
As I said, there's a lot more I could say. Same colour as your legs. Anyway,
Not today.
As he comes, the best thing that he does really well. On the broadcast, they talk about, he takes a touch. He actually doesn't touch the ball. He drops his left shoulder down, brings the defender that way, and then he uses all his weight going that way to bend the ball right. And because the defender's there, the keeper can't see.
Yeah,
keeper can't see the ball. Uses him as the measuring stick. But then as a striker, you've got your little angle is the defender, the outside shoulder, and the post. So that's the angle he's trying to hit it at. That's why when you see it go in, it's just brilliant. He's fantastic. Those moments are just shows you how good he can be. And then for me, again, the one little critique is when you know he can do this, it's like Real Madrid, just make your decision up and just say, we're going to play to his strengths. Put Vinny Jr. to one side, even put Jude to one side. This is the guy that's going to take you to the next level, figure out how to get the best out of him.
Do you think that's coming?
I think he has to, otherwise it's going to be another trophyless season.
Yeah, no, Troy makes a great point. I think using the defender as a wall basically makes it very difficult for the goalkeeper to see what's going to happen. And that's just part of the football intelligence of what top players could do. Being in those moments there, knowing you've got a defender in front of you, knowing that the goalkeeper can't see, and just bending it in that knuckleball style was absolutely amazing. He's top class, unbelievable. Rises to the occasion all the time when he puts on that national team shirt. And then again, what makes him unique and different to other strikers is he's got the ability to pick the ball up and make things happen for himself. He's not overly reliant on service by other players that he's surrounded in. He's got the ability to do it himself, got the ability to create for other players. And he's just something special.
While you two were stuffing your faces back there, I mean, Nigel really are talking. There's one key thing that France
You got to loosen the belt buckle, bro.
Hang on. I remember you stuffing your face in the first half, no?
Stop being negative. Anyway, it's fine. Look, one thing that France do really, really well, and I want to get your opinion on this, Grell, because you see people set up in, two banks of four in this situation because it's a 4-4-2. And so many players get the ball passed into them. They take the touch, then they turn. Or they take two touches and turn. The French players, Olise, Doue, Mbappe, and Dembele, 4 or 5 times to open up the space. They let it run across their body and go. As soon as they do that, they open up that back line. That whole back line of Morocco goes, uh-oh, now they're all running. It's just really impressive to sit and watch this team, A, be so technically gifted, B, so physically fit, strong, and then also the little nuanced pieces of football where they go, okay, you want to have a real tight line? We're going to, in tight spaces, we're going to do real little shimmy, basic things, but the basic things done really, really well make it so exceptional. But when we look at England, we look at Argentina, we look at Spain, struggling to break down these teams, why, in your opinion, are France be able to dominate games, win games comfortably against top teams, and we're going, they've got more levels to go? But everybody else, it's the opposite. We're going, they won, but kind of leaves you with a question mark, doesn't it?
For me, it's been like all the teams that win there, it's like business-like performances too. There's like very little emotion involved. It's just like they know they're going to get the job done, but also, Troy, and you know this more than anyone, is the players. You know, you can have the best. Ancelotti at Brazil was a perfect example. You can have the best idea of football, the best ideologies, the best training, the best everything. But in the end, the players have to play, you know. And these guys are also good in tight spaces. They're also good with their first touch. They're also good at understanding what the game needs at that particular moment, the risk reward and everything else. So yeah, this team, I think, does have more levels to it. But at the moment, man, they look comfortable. They look scary every time they play.
It's all champagne problems, isn't it, for Deschamps? What about Kone as well in the midfield? Because that was one of the big decisions that he made coming into the World Cup, Nige, and that seems to be really paying off at the minute. I
mean, we had a conversation, I think when we was working Serie A, where we had a discussion, will he make the squad? And I said, yeah. I said he's a fantastic player. Not surprised the impact he's having. I've been hiring him. I've been hiring him from when he was.
I've been lucky to watch Declan Rice and Elliot Anderson, who've been told they're great.
Listen, he was a star for me when I watched him play in the Olympics when Thierry was managing then. I was like, yeah, this kid can play. Something special about him. And obviously he went to Roma, and I thought that was an opportunity missed by some big Premier League clubs. And now look at him, been given an opportunity, and he's grabbed it with both hands. You talk about the play he's starting over. It's Chouameni, who's at Real Madrid, and Kone for me has been a shining beacon and shining light. And I would love to know what he's valued at now, because he's been absolutely sensational.
Do you think he'll be at the top of the bulletin board for a lot of teams going into the new season?
I mean, that's if they had sense. The problem is there's a lot of people in football who ain't got no sense, so they probably won't see the talent that he has.
If you're Newcastle right now,
and you're going to lose Tonali,
and you've lost Tonali, and you've lost, it looks like Bruno Guimaraes is moving on.
That's who you go for. You'd be on the phone to Roma right now trying to get him there and trying to sell him the club and say, we could build a team around you for however long you want to stay. But that's real talent. And he's showing it as well on the world stage, which is great to see as well. He's come in there and he's taken to it like a duck to water.